North. But our guest is here, the immediate former MP for Mbeere North, who's the reason why there's a by-election in Mbeere North, because he joined government and joined the executive as a cabinet secretary for public service, Geoffrey Ruku. Good morning, Waziri.
Good morning, Latif.
Thank you very much for joining us again. Today, we will not focus on your job as the executive, we'll focus on the politics of your hometown, of your home area, Mbeere North, and what's been happening there. Janet is going to give you the day's quote, and she prepares to give you the quote. Let me just give the number of candidates that we have in this by-election. UDA has a candidate called Leonard Leo Muriuki Modende. The DP, the Democratic Party, which sponsored Geoffrey Ruku in the last election, and he won. Newton Karish, and then there is Duncan Boy, who is from Chama cha Kazi, Lawrence Ireri from Safina. There is Simon Waiharo from Umoja na Maendeleo Party. There are other candidates like Lawrence Ireri, Isaac Muringe, Albert Ngare, Daniel Ngare, Ruben Njero rather. So it's actually a crowded field. But people may just think it's only UD and DP that have candidates. They already have the quotes?
Downs with the most muscle. Also they say. The quote today is by Sylvia Tamale, and she said, when women challenge power, they are not being disrespectful. They are redefining respect. What do you make of that?
Why women?
This was just specifically for women. Your first question was why women?
I think, yes, anybody, not only women, but even young people, whoever. Yeah, they are in the process of redefining what has been offered.
Yeah.
We have seen it not only in Kenya, but in many other countries around the world.
Yeah.
We just saw it a few days ago in Tanzania. Yeah, so to me,
it works across the board.
It is always something that happens at every single minute. It is a day-to-day thing. Yes. Because there's nobody who is the custodian of what you may say, knowledge or expertise. All of us have different perspectives, and all these different perspectives are needed in bringing people together, pushing a community in the right direction for the purposes of progress.
Okay. I think, I don't know, the why women is because most
of
time,
the event as well.
Not so much the event, but women challenging power is often seen as disrespectful.
As opposed to redefining.
Yeah, I think for men it's seen as being assertive, as being, you know, confident and things like that, very positive adjectives. When women do it, it's disrespectful or termed disrespectful most of the time.
It's very true. And also I think it's also true what Waziri is saying. Even when the young people challenge
they're called children.
They're called children and seem to be disrespectful. But they're actually not being disrespectful. Like you're saying, we are redefining respect.
Love it.
Yeah, it's engaging. Mheshimiwa Geoffrey Ruku, you are the MP for Mbeere North. You were elected on a DP ticket in 2022. You served in the National Assembly until you joined the cabinet this year. Are you still a member of DP?
Whether I'm a member of DP or not is neither here nor there.
Are you?
What is important is we have a by-election in Mbeere North, and that's if we are not fair because I was in Mbeere North from morning all the way to late evening. You're actually the one who has brought me here. I should be in Mbeere North. And you never prayed my creeps in church, also in political rallies. We had also 3 major political rallies in the same spot, Kanyombora, Kavugua Kanyama, and Eshiara. And I didn't see you praying that, and the crowd was very charged in chanting two term, and showing that come 27th of this month, November, they are voting in Leo Modende to be their next member of parliament. Rigathi Gachagua is an empty drum, you know, an empty debe, which shout too much but shows nothing. At the end of the day, he was there yesterday. He's saying he's going to be in Mbeere North the entire of this week. We are also in Mbeere North the entire of the week. We were there yesterday. And it was clear that the same people who he thought he would carry along, once we get in the same venue, they are telling him, please, Mr. Gachagua, go back to Amonyoro, stay there for another 10 years. After 10 years, probably you'll be cleared to run for any political seat. Once you are impeached, you can only come back to fight for any public office after 10 years. That is our constitution. So these are gentlemen with no agenda for the Republic of Kenya, and more so, no agenda whatsoever for the people of Mbeere North. People of Mbeere North have been marginalized for many years by many governments. We have a government which has shown it is implementing very transformative projects, from the roads to electrifying our homes, to irrigation project, to ensuring we have water. Because in Mbeere North, we are semi-arid area. Yes, it is in Mount Kenya region, but we don't have coffee, we don't have tea, we don't have macadamia, we don't have avocado, we don't have milk, we don't have cabbages, we don't have sukuma wiki. We don't have all these things. And now, regarding Gachagua want to come and tell us we can be the same as his people of Munyoro.
You know,
we have different problems as the people in Mbeere North. And those problems, we know our partner who can solve those problems.
In 2022,
we have a partner in the name of William Samoei Ruto, in the name of the government.
In 2022, when Geoffrey Ruku was campaigning,
yes,
he was campaigning under a DP ticket.
In Mbeere North, parties don't matter.
But you were in DP.
The parties is
you were not an independent candidate. Hold on, let me finish. Yeah. You were campaigning under a DP ticket, whose party leader is from this region as well.
Yes.
Right? Justin Muturi. And I'm sure the promises that you're making are the same ones you're talking about. The things that you're raising here are the needs of the people, are what this party and the candidate in 2022 was campaigning for. There's a reason why I asked you whether you're still in DP. So please answer. Are you still a member of the Democratic Party?
No.
When did you leave the Democratic Party?
It's choice to be in any political party you want. I'm not a member of a political party.
You left the political party?
Yes, I'm not a member of political
party.
I'm not a member of a Democratic Party.
Are you a member of UDA?
Yes, I'm a member of UDA.
You joined the UDA?
Yes.
Okay. So what made you move from the DP to the UDA?
And when did the move happen?
I want to say this, Latif. Let's not dwell on trivialities. Let's dwell on the issues that matters to the people in Mbeere North, the issues that are important on this by-election. People of Mbeere North are crying for transformative project. They are not crying for where you belong, where you do that and that. If you look at the history of Mbeere North from 1992 all the way to now, 1992, they voted in a member of parliament with a party which was not known, KNC. There was a by-election in 1995. They voted a member of parliament with Kano, because Kano promised them to give a district, and we got a district in 1995. In 1997, they voted a member of parliament in a totally different party which was not popular then, Democratic Party, Cyrus Ita. They moved to a by-election again in 1999. They voted someone with a different political party, that was Kanu, which was very unpopular in that region then, because they wanted to stay in government, Moi's government, 1999, and they voted Muturi. Then 2002, they voted someone in a party which was not known, Safina Party, when we knew the wave of NAC was so huge in the entire country. After that, we went to 1997. 2007. They voted again another party which is not even popular. So Mbeere North is about the interests of the people. It's not about the interests of parties. And at this time, there is a ruling party, UDA. And we know very well that our interests as a community, as a people, can only be safeguarded in the ruling government, when we are within the government of the day. Because, for instance, wife to Rigathi Gachagua passed under Lucas 3 days ago. She said that Mogoka she's asking government to ban muguka farming in Kenya. That is the only cash crop we have, a section, not even the entire Mbeere North. And now, Rigiji and his wife, they are asking government to ban the only cash crop which we depend on. Are these people really who thinks about the welfare of the people of Mbeere North? Are these the people who are coming to advise us on who we should vote? The people of Mbeere North on 27 this month, they will wake up very early in the morning and they will show Rigiji and his team, Kalonzo Musyoka and his team, that we know our priorities, and our priorities is development. We are not after empty rhetoric, empty words. We are after development as a people of Kenya. When Kalonzo Musyoka was the vice president of this country, he ensured his people of Kitui and Machakos, they get water from the dams we have there, from Kiambere Dam and from Masinga Dam. Why didn't Kalonzo Musyoka think across over the other side, we have a community with no water, with no electricity? He was in government then. Now he wants to tell us to leave the government so that is people can continue enjoying piped water, clean water, irrigation water. When these other side, almost same agroecological zone, we don't have water. President William Ruto and his government have already started projects of water coming from Kiambere Dam and the other one coming from Kamburu Dam, to going to Mavuri and going to Mbeere. I mean, we can't continue. We can't continue helping Rigiji and Kalonzo and Eugene and Mr. Dorcas to feed their ego. Self-esteem, ego.
As a vehicle for elections, basically. Why was DP your choice of vehicle in 2022? And then now that you are in cabinet, unless you're thinking 2027, why are you switching from one vehicle to the other when you're in government, essentially not active politics, or you're in active politics but not...
Let me say this. I have been in Mbeere politics for... This is the fourth time, fourth cycle. 2013, I fined for Member of Parliament for Mbeere North. 2017, I also fined for Mbeere North Member of Parliament. And also 2022, I fined for Mbeere North Member of Parliament. And if you look at the result, the other day you had put those results in your paper, Nation Daily. And we fined with Muturi in 2013. Of course, we have all manner of things which we say this happened, and if this did not happen, I would have won. Once you have lost, regardless of whatever happened. If you look at the days I have been there, whether I find with whichever party, 2022, I would have won. So it's not really about the party, it's about the individual. The individual who is well aligned in terms of bringing progress to people of Mbeere North. And in this case, who is properly aligned is Rio Wamdende. Because we are not after slogans, empty slogans. One term, Ruto must go, Kasongo, Sijui what. All those are baseless, useless slogans which cannot feed the people of Mbeere. The people of Mbeere are after water, after electricity. They want their sons and daughters to get employed. Right. This government...
Yet you wanted us to play the clip of the people shouting two-term.
That's because you also played the clip of Wamonyoro shouting one term. It's a fair game.
It means you're also out there on the ground sloganeering, just like the other side.
Yeah.
So the other side is sloganeering with one term, you are sloganeering with two term. That's your campaign.
But as we say two term, we also say what we have done when I was a member of parliament, what we have done in terms of government, the ongoing projects which are going, transforming the livelihood of the people of Mbeere North in a serious manner. So we for instance, in Mbeere North, this term, there's not even a single kid who is in day secondary school who paid fees. We paid the entire of the ambassadors. Next year,
who did?
CDF, it is in terms of planning, the way you plan your CDF. it varies from one constituency to the other. We are a poor community, very marginalized community. People, we depend on rain. There's no, and there is crop failure in each and every season. So, Latif, let me tell you, and this is very emotional to me. It took a lot of pain for me to finish my university education, because my mother was left when my father died when I was in Form 4, okay? And my poor mother, we could not be able to raise money to pay university fees. There are many children in Mbeere North who are going through the same experience, which I went through when I was at the university, okay? So, because we don't have tea that we can go to the tea factory and get our own. We don't have coffee that we can go to coffee factory and get our own. We don't have milk that you can go to KCC or Brookside and get our own. We don't have macadamia that you can go to macadamia factory and get our own. We don't have where we can farm cabbages and sell in the market, or sukuma wiki and sell in the market. I don't know whether you understand how difficult it is to live in such an environment. We have many mothers in Mbeere North who experience the same situation at the moment. When I became a member of parliament, my priority, number one, I said, I have to craft a formula of ensuring all children who are in primary school, who are in secondary school, and also universities get fees paid. We have crafted a formula next year that there's no kid who is who will be in day secondary school in Mbeere North who will pay a coin.
That's the ingenuity.
Because this is because of the environment which we are in.
The member of parliament, working with the community through the CDF committee, constituency committee, crafts a formula that will ensure that the people benefit.
Yes.
Okay. So a member of parliament, this is a member of parliament basically showing the power of a parliamentarian and you going to parliament to legislate to make sure that it works.
Yeah.
It's not about being in government or not. It's whether you are an MP who has the interest of your people at heart and who understands the job.
And this other guy has no capacity to think in a very innovative way, to think out of the box. He has no capacity. He has been tested as an MCA. He has zero capacity.
The service delivery to the people of Mbeere is dependent on the person understanding their job, not on them being in government or aligned to government or not. UDA, DP, doesn't matter. It's understanding the job at hand.
That's wrong. It's completely wrong.
How is it wrong?
I will tell you why it's wrong, because I've been a member of parliament. There is a lot of roping which goes on in parliament.
Yes.
And at the moment, I'm a minister of government. And if someone tells you it's just someone with, I don't know what you are saying, is completely wrong. Because we had many members of parliament in the past. Why is it some of these things which are happening at the moment in Mbeere North were not happening in the previous time when we are members of parliament? Is about how you are aligned, how your capacity, how you are aligned with the leadership of parliament, how you are aligned with the leadership of the government of the day. Remember,
is that the right thing?
In Bunge, you know, society everywhere, government everywhere across the world, whether it is in America or here, there is a lot of roping which goes on, because every government has limited resources. There's no government in the world with unlimited resources. These resources is a scramble, you know. There is a lot of fight on where to allocate these resources. Is it in security? Is it in agriculture? Is it, you know, it's a continuous roping on a day-to-day basis. Why do we have supplementary budget? Why are we having supplementary budget next month? And we had a budget in there to realign resources, because it's scramble on a day-to-day basis.
Are you saying?
So what I'm saying is, and this is what I'm telling the people of Mbeere North,
please should be in a party that forms government
and a
for
proximity
them,
to government.
and a proximity to government for them to have development in their areas. Is that what you're saying?
This is what I'm saying, Latif.
Yeah. And as a,
Can I answer, Latif?
Yeah, go on.
Answer with a yes or no, because you've already given an explanation. We just want clarity.
No.
Are you saying?
I can't answer yes or no.
Start with the yes, then you can explain. Explain.
Latif, I have been around for some time, and I've been in this game of Mbeere North for quite some time. If it's a PhD, I should be having a PhD when it comes to Mbeere North politics, because I've been there for quite some time. There is one or two things I know. Even if someone may look at me and say, this guy looks stupid.
Should someone have proximity to government for the people of Mbeere North to benefit?
Yes, that is the situation which we are in at the moment. And
has it ever happened before that a previous leader from either Mbeere North or a previous constituency that included Mbeere North has been close to government?
Latif, the government of William Samoei Ruto is ensuring that projects are cutting across the Republic of Kenya,
irrespective of
whether they are in government or not. And that is William Samoei Ruto.
So it should not
matter.
Let
me now make my point.
So it should not matter to the people of Mbeere North.
That's not what I'm saying.
Whether their next MP is a UDA MP or an independent.
What is the truth?
Please don't put...
CS, what is the truth? Either you need to be close to government to get development, or President William Ruto is fair across the board regardless of who is in government. Only one of those two things can be true, not both at the same time.
The government of Kenya is made up of many political parties. True?
True.
ODM?
Yeah.
Is it in government?
Sure. Yes.
And many other parties.
Including DP.
Okay. Now, so why is ODM in government? Why did they choose to work with government?
Raila Odinga told us it was to stabilize the government, not because of development.
Are the people of Nyanza happy being in government?
I don't know. What do they sell you?
Can you answer me? Are the people of Nyanza happy in government?
We'd have to ask the
people of
Nyanza.
So,
DP was among the parties in Kenya Kwanza. You were elected in DP. Before the withdrawal of DP, was that the reason why you got the things going in Mbeere North? Because as a member of parliament who is in DP, which is in Kenya Kwanza, which forms government, now the government is in Mbeere North.
I have this to say.
You're going around that question. We will come back to it much more until you answer. It's either one or the other, like Mariam was saying.
I have this to say. And I don't want to talk about the Democratic Party because it's not my party.
Anymore.
I want to talk about the Leo, the gentleman known as Leo Wamdende, who we as a people of Mbeere North think that he will represent us well in Parliament, in terms of registration, in terms of representation, in terms of budgeting processes in Bunge, and in terms of roping for projects to come to the people of Mbeere North. And because the functions of a member of Parliament are known. And if you don't have the capacity to perform some of these functions, then you fail us as a member of Parliament. Gachagua is the one who is telling us, please, the people of Mount Kenya, get someone who is educated, a lawyer, I don't know, a professional. Leo Wamdende scored a first class honors at Chiromo in Bachelor of Science Biochemistry. Let them tell us, this guy who always plays guitar, which university did he go to? What did he score in the university? Did he step in a university? So regarding Gachagua, on one hand, is telling us, let's get professionals to go to Bunge so that they can be able to understand their mandate and carry out their mandate in the most appropriate way. On the other hand, he's busy campaigning for Mbenga, a musician, a rock musician in Mbeere.
To get the seat. We'll come back after this break. We're hosting Geoffrey Ruku, former MP, Mbeere North. We'll still come back and try and circle back to some of the questions that Latif and Mariam have asked as we discuss the Mbeere North by-election. It's coming up to 8 a.m. We'll be back in just a moment.
All right, welcome to the third hour of Fixing the Nation. We are live on NTV, on Nation FM, on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, anywhere with a broadcast or internet signal. Let's get into our news fix for the hour. Africa's soaring debt burden has taken a spotlight at a high-level dialogue on the sidelines of the G20 summit as leaders push for the new financing models. Now, debt sustainability remains a headache for African countries, with policymakers urging a shift away from narrow repayment metrics towards a financing model that actually supports growth, equity, and resilience. Africa's debt crisis is set to dominate discussions this morning at a high-level dialogue on the sidelines of the G20 summit in South Africa. The discussions are also to explore alternative financing models better suited to Africa's context. Now, by the end of 2023, the continent's debt had hit $1.152 trillion, which is approximately 148.97 trillion Kenya shillings. At the current exchange rate, this was a 183% surge since 2010. Now, this far outpaces GDP growth. More than 57% of Africans now live in countries spending more on debt than on health or education, exposing deep structural pressures. Today's dialogue seeks to redefine what debt sustainability means for Africa, arguing that the current global framework ignores African realities and chokes development. Dan Khanhemba is in South Africa, in Sandton, and he'll be keeping us updated on these deliberations. We might even call in, depending on what's happening on the sidelines of the G20 summit that has been boycotted by some big names from across the world.
This is going to be a very interesting G20. I think historic in many ways, but let's see. Let's wait for it to happen.
I hope we come out with something solid.
That's true. That would be great. We are back in studio with Geoffrey Ruku. He's his cabinet secretary and former MP Mbeere North. We're talking about the by-elections and the fact that this has been described as crunch time. He's described it as crunch time for Mbeere North, which I'd like to find out actually why it's reached this breaking point. I think he's tried to explain it. It almost feels like it's always been urgent in matters marginalization. What makes this particular moment urgent? Maybe I can pose that. As we also, there's a lot of questions people are asking as well. So you said it's crunch time. You've also given us this context of how it's constantly been trying to prioritize the needs of the people of Mbeere North. The people of Mbeere North feeling marginalized. They don't have access to issues. What will make this time different? Why is this one suddenly more urgent than a lot of the others?
I think it's not only the people of Mbeere North, but also the Republic of Kenya. It's urgent for us to transform this country. As the President William Ruto keep on saying, we have been comfortable as below average, and we are used to the norm of below average. We don't think that we can change things and fast track the development or the progress at a much faster rate than we are doing at the moment. It's the same in Mbeere. And this is what we have been telling the people in Mbeere. Things can change and can change within our lifetime. We can move from the situation where we are as a nation to the first class nation within our lifetime. So I think it is urgent for the people of Mbeere North to get what is right. Right representation, someone with capacity to rope for different projects, not only project coming from government, but also project coming from development partners. Someone who can understand the process of putting together a project, a concept note, which can bring funding from different other non-state actors to come to Mbeere North and implement a project. By the way, Ratif, climate change is one of the things that is affecting the very poor, the very marginalized in our communities. And climate change has serious effect in places like Mbeere North. Yeah. We need someone who has a capacity, mental capacity to conceptualize some of these things. And that person is Reo Wamudende. He has the capacity not only to rope the government, but also to rope non-state actors and use proper documentation and channels which are required when it comes to such kind of roping to make things move faster, to implement projects which can transform the lives of the people.
Be what
And
Lawrence says, you were
targeted,
MP for a long time. Now is when it's urgent for development?
It has been urgent through, and that's why I pushed a very transformative project in Mbeere, and I'm still pushing transport project in Mbeere, which I'll be adding over to Wamudende on 28th of this month. I'll tell him now, proceed. Let me go and serve the people of Kenya without fear or favor, without any discrimination. Let him focus on the people of Mbeere North in terms of transformative project, both from government and state access. Sorry?
Should Newton Karish win, will you hand over the same project?
There are projects which he has no capacity to manage. Some projects we just have die a natural death.
Wait.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah, he has completely no capacity.
Okay.
Yeah, completely no capacity to conceptualize some of the projects which are started, especially those with non-state actors.
So it will not matter what the people of Mbeere North say. They put their trust in a certain leader.
No,
as long as you don't think that.
No, I know. Right. I know. Even if I show him that these are my partners. For instance, I have partners from Germany who are implementing very transformative project in the village. Even if I hand over those partners to him, he has absolutely no capacity to conceptualize and to steer forward such kind of project.
This is the candidate you're vouching for.
No.
Sorry.
My
apologies.
The DP candidate.
Okay, yeah, sorry, Mariam, you're going to ask
capacity whatsoever. Nani, let me say this. Let me give you an example. For instance, we are implementing landscape restoration project, which is financed by a sale of carbon credit from Europe. Do you know how to calculate carbon credits? Do you know the methodologies which are put in place for? Does he have the capacity to calculate, to read a methodology of ENFCC and understand this methodology? Why we have non-renewability of biomass factor.
It's in the interest of Mbeere North for people to work together for the betterment. So that's why Eric even asked, if he ends up winning, what you're saying is wajipange.
Or
no. If he enters, let's say, whatever you are saying, though it is not going to happen, those projects which are financed by government will continue, by government of Kenya, okay? But other projects from non-state actors, I will not be surprised even if Rativ and I know your capacity. You are well trained. Some of them are very technical.
Yeah,
very technical for a layman to understand.
Okay, you're clearly partisan in this. Yeah. You're also a state officer. The Elections Act, all bar state officers from campaigning.
Civil Servants Code of Conduct.
Yes, the Civil Servants Code of Conduct, the Constitution. Yeah, every law is there. Jitete.
Sasa. Wewe umesoma sheria kweli?
Niambie kama it says something.
Please read Section 25 of Conflict of Interest Act 2025. It talks about political neutrality. And that's Section 25 of Conflict of Interest Act 2025 allows a cabinet secretary to campaign, to be an agent of a political party, to be an agent of a political candidate.
I will go and look at it. I'm also looking at the Elections Act
and
prohibits public officers
and also I need to remind you
from engaging in political activities while still in office.
As a previous lawmaker, you cannot pass a law in Bunge which contradicts the Constitution of Kenya.
So the Elections Act doesn't prohibit cabinet secretaries from engaging in political activities.
It was amended by the Conflict of Interest Act 2025, Section 25, and the title of Section 25 is political neutrality. And once you read that Section 25, and it has A, B, C, and I think D, it talks about what a cabinet secretary is around to do in terms of politics. Please read section 25 of conflict of interest. If not, I can read for you.
No, we'll find it.
We'll find it as you go ahead.
Other questions that are coming in.
Let's be clear.
As we
A
get
cabinet
that section,
secretary and a CEC in the county government are around by a law to campaign, to champion interests of a political party, to oppose other political parties. Okay? So I have all the legal provisions to campaign and to oppose other parties. And by the way, Rigathi Gachagua has no candidate. His party has no candidate in Mbeere North. So if he's a very powerful politician as he purport to be, how come he don't field a political candidate? A candidate in his own DCP. We have many professionals in Mbeere North who are well trained, who can be very good members of parliament for Mbeere North. How come he was unable to attract not even a single one? It tells you how weak he is. It tells you how people of Mbeere North
I think we both know, because you're
to show
the immediate
him
former MP
on 27 of this month.
Because you're the immediate former MP and you're very well versed in politics. We all know the journey towards arriving at this single opposition candidate for Mbeere North and others, right? And this was a negotiation. This was a seat occupied by DP. Geoffrey Ruku was in DP, and DP would like to field a candidate. And so the DP party fields a candidate, and the others, WIPA and DCP, DAPK, do not field a candidate. United opposition. You know this. I mean, why are we even engaging on that? You know that.
I think you can say that to console them, that DCP is a formidable political party. But the truth of the matter is just like a hoof. You know, it's in jungle where we have lions, cheetahs, leopards. You know, you compare DCP, you'll find that DCP is one of those very. So let me read section 25 of Conflict of Interest Act.
Yes.
It talks about political neutrality. An appointed public officer other than cabinet secretary, or a member of county executive committee shall not in performance of his duties act as an agent or further the political interests of a political party or political candidate. Therefore, it says cabinet secretary can act as an agent for or further the political interests of a political party or political candidate. B, a cabinet secretary can manifest support for or opposition to any political interest of a political party or political candidate. And C, cabinet secretary can engage in political activity that may compromise or be seen to compromise the political neutrality of his or her office.
So you are correct. It does make the exemption for CECs
only a CEC
and cabinet secretary.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, I'm not sure where the court case is ongoing, but there is a legal challenge to that exemption, and we'll keep it updated.
We'll
but
follow up.
as of the law as it stands right now, there's an exemption for cabinet secretary.
Just before we continue the conversation,
however, I think there's still a
absolutely. There's a lot of feedback. Just in case we don't get to it. So I think humble generation, even though Mr. Ruku has read it, the Conflict Interest Act doesn't allow you to campaign, but rather states public officers maintain political neutrality. We demand clarity and not hypothesized thoughts. Read the article live. I think that has happened. Is he suggesting that candidates will only help his people if elected? All right. It's a shame, isn't it, that people's interests, he helps his successor carry out the projects. It's almost like he has his own constitution. B. What Lawrence, carbon credits is a modern day thuggery of our capacity to industrialize the future. Charles Dungo, you were MP from Mbeere North for close to 3 years. Articulate some of the things you undertook to improve the lives of constituents. Jeremy Mutuma, if parties don't matter in Mbeere North politics, then why does the CS think UDA candidate is the best? Okay, that's it. I don't know what landed there.
Yeah.
You see, it is good to have clarity, and it's good for us to listen keenly.
I just saying to your credit, you
Janet,
lobbied for partnerships with sorghum farmers.
When someone says that once a candidate win, we want to help his, people. How do you know, as a member of parliament, who voted for you and who never voted for you? Once you become a member of parliament, once you win, you serve everybody who voted for you and who never voted for you.
Yep.
With, fairness, and you push for development and projects which cut across the entire constituency. And for instance, once when I became a member of parliament, I said every person who come to apply for bursaries for his daughter or his son who is in university or wherever, in secondary school, they have to get the bursaries. Okay? Whether you voted for me, whether in that polling station I got 0 or 2 votes, I ensure there is total fairness. Because you are going to be a leader for a constituency, not a section of a constituency.
Is it full
just like William Samoei Ruto is the president of the Republic of Kenya, and he's serving every Kenyan from every corner of this republic.
So it's not about shareholders?
No. That shareholders madness. It is with the DCP.
So it should not matter. It should
and
not matter who the people of Mbeere North elect in this election.
As far as the
government of William Ruto.
Listen, as far as implement, and I say the government project will continue. The non-state actors project, if you elect someone with no capacity to conceptualize this project, to steer this project forward, they will just die, natural death. I'm not saying I killed the project, no. You say, okay, gentlemen, you are now the member of parliament, sit on this chair, these are the project, non-state actors project are these, put a team which can steer forward this project. He has no capacity to do that. So that means the project will just have natural death. Will have, and this will affect the people.
Vincent is asking, so we have seen that, the law does not bar you from supporting or campaigning on the ground. Does the law bar you from using state resources in those campaigns?
We are not using state resources to campaign. We are using personal resources to do the campaigns.
David Kariuki says, Leo Mudende is the only option that we have. Remember, Mbeere North is a litmus test. It's a must-win seat. And the chairperson of UDA has also come out to say, this is a must-win for us. Paint for us that picture. Why is it so important for UDA to win? Why is it so important for the opposition to win this seat?
It's not about UDA. It's not about, I don't know what. It's about the people of Mbeere North getting the right leadership, which is going to give them the much-needed transformative project. It's not about UDA. It's not about a mass from government. It's about the urgency which the people of Mbeere North needs for them to move to the next level. Because as I have done, I said, I painted a picture of how Mbeere North is vis-a-vis how the other places, probably where you come from, how it, I don't know where you come from, Latif.
Probably Tok, Kajero South.
There's a lot of tomatoes there. There are no tomatoes in Mbeere North. So I have painted you a picture, and that picture says that we need urgency in terms of implementing transformative project. We need partners, we need goodwill, both from government, from non-state actors, from all corners, so that we can get things right for the people in Mbeere North. People in Mbeere North, they don't deserve to wait any longer in terms of changing their livelihood. So we are not taking any chances, because it is urgent for the people of Mbeere North to get it right. It's not about
where
what
the
you have
urgency
said.
is, why the urgency is now, because you've been the MP as well. I'll go back to what Eric had asked.
I have been MP, and that has been the urgency from day one when I became a member of parliament to now. And I want that urgency to continue. And people of Mbeere North knows how I have pushed their thing with the urgency which is required. A road which has given us. Let me give you an example. When I talk about urgency, for you to understand, there's a road which cut across the constituency. The 3 wards we have in Mbeere North is called Kuyale, Mumenje, Kirie, Karerema, Isiara Road. It's a road of 54 kilometers. It has been in bad shape for years since we got independence. This is the time that we got allocation in this year's budget to tarmac the entire 54 kilometers. That's the urgency we are talking about. And we have several other roads also which require the same urgency.
Latif had asked, read out a comment, the law also does bar, of course, state officers from using state resources for campaigning. You said that's not happening. Even when you go to church, like you said, you were in Mbeere in church yesterday, you're not using your vehicle as CS, right? Or?
Let me say this. I'm a cabinet secretary, whether at night, when I'm sleeping, in the morning, when I'm in Mbeere North campaigning. So I'm entitled to use my official car. And the law allows, as you have seen, Section 25, to campaign.
Yes,
are we together?
But not to use state resources. I.e. your car as a cabinet secretary.
I don't think that's the situation.
That is a state resource.
The resource which we are talking about, the way I understand it, is, for instance, I say, let me have money from, I don't know, government, from the ministry to go and give people in Mbeere North, you know? You don't do that.
No, I think a government vehicle is a state resource. If it's being fueled by taxpayers' money, it's being paid for by taxpayers' money, therefore it is a government.
The lines become blood.
Specifically for a campaign project. That is use of state resources for campaigns. If you're going to have a meeting that falls in line with your role as a cabinet secretary, that's different. But you're going there to campaign for Leo Mudendu. As a cabinet secretary,
for instance, Ratif,
where do you draw the line?
I am here on NTV at the moment, and I'm championing the interest of my candidate, Leo Mudendu. After here, I'm going to the office, Arambe House. So, how should we operate that?
Tell us, you're the minister.
And the lawmaker.
When I'm in the office, I'll be in the office from now, after this, up to around 10, 11. Then I'll drive back to Mbeere.
Yes.
Which is why I think there's, the conflict of interest amendment laws is being challenged because of things like this. Because the loopholes are clearly very problematic, and the exception, as much as it makes an exception for cabinet secretaries and CCs.
We are law-abiding government, very law-abiding government. We'll wait for the outcome of the suit, which is in court. Parliament of Kenya did it part by coming up with a law which allows cabinet secretaries to do campaigns. And before a law is assented by the president, it goes through legislative processes. In Parliament, we have very, very serious legal counsels, very serious, very well trained, who, go through all the laws of the Republic, both the Constitution and other acts of Parliament, both the regulations, and also compares with other laws of the Commonwealth to ensure that the act which is assented to does not contradict any section of the laws we have. And having said that, it means therefore that the Conflict of Interest Act 2025 was properly crafted.
I want to ask about security and peace during campaigns. We see a lot of the times, in fact, there was an accusation that there is the payment of goons to start infiltrating people's campaigns from both sides.
Yes.
What do you see on the ground? And as a minister of state, what do you say on the issue of maintenance of peace, of not using goons by your side or any other side, and for not sponsoring violence?
It is extremely unfortunate that Rigathi Gachagua and his team have brought politics of violence in a constituency which has never experienced violence. We have been a very peaceful constituency, very calm people for years. But with the entry of Rigathi Gachagua, we start seeing chaos, violence. It's very unfortunate. And it's not only Mbeere, wherever he goes. We saw what happens in Mbeere a few months ago when he visited Mbeere. He walks with goons from, I don't know, different places. Yesterday, he's trying to walk with the goons. We give him space. But also, we went and talked to our people. And people are resonating very well with the agenda which we are telling them. The agenda of development, the agenda of young people getting employment. These guys have no agenda. What they are saying is hatred. What they are saying is division. What they are saying is, discord. They have no agenda. The only agenda they have is hatred.
We see this all the time.
And let me say this.
As you conclude,
Regarding Gachagua, a serious banning of hatred
we see
in his belly.
We see the accusations and counter-accusations all the time. But the opposition side, DCP, DP, Wiper side, have also come out to say that they are seeing the sponsoring of violence from the UDA side. UDA is saying now you're seeing violence from the other side. How do we fix this? It should not be that these people are bringing violence to the area.
We are very peaceful. And we have been on campaign trail for more than from the time I was appointed as a cabinet secretary. And now it's quite a number of months. There are not even a single day we earned violence in all those campaigns. So why would someone come and accuse us of violence when he's coming with goons?
Let's keep a lookout for that and honestly just hope. More than anything, I think peace is the most important thing. That's been Geoffrey Ruku, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Public Service, Human Capital Development, Special Programs, and former MP in Mbeere North. After the break, we're going to be speaking matters ODM. They just marked 20 years of a party. There seem to already be some factions here and there, some fractions, some fragmenting. We're going to speak to Millie Odhiambo to answer those questions. It's coming up to 8:30.
Can I say the last take?